ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜாமாத்தரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்திரி யோகீந்திர பாதரேகாமயம் சதா ததாயத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம் யோனித்யமச்சுத பதாம்புஜ யுக்மருக்ம व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणायमेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्मयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेरुकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्ग्रीगुणं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्च महताह्वये भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्ग्रिरेण प्रकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. Dhivyaprabandham series of lectures in English. We've been going through periyAzhwAr thirumozhi. We had a little bit of a break for the last couple of sessions. We couldn't do it, but now we are resuming. We are going on to enjoy third centum, 10th decade. So we'll be moving on to that. This is a very beautiful decade. We'll be surprised that in this particular decade, periyAzhwAr is suddenly enjoying Ramavataram. All along he has been enjoying KrishNavataram. In the previous Padingam, there he enjoyed both Ramavataram and KrishNavataram. But here he is exclusively enjoying Ramavataram. This particular decade has a beautiful introduction by Manavada Mamnigal in his commentary. We'll just see that introduction a little bit and then we'll move on to the pAsurams. We are seeing the meanings with the help of Kanchipuram Prativadi Bhayankaram Sri Annangaracharya Swami's Divyartha Deepika Tamil explanation. I am translating the meanings for the pAsurams on the fly as we speak, and we are enjoying the meanings for the same. Just for the introduction of this particular decade, we will use Manavada Mamnigal's commentary, which is a very beautiful and elaborate commentary for periyAzhwAr thirumozhi. There, Manavada Mamnigal first explains why suddenly periyAzhwAr is enjoying Ramavataram. The reason for that is in the previous decade, in the previous 10 pAsurams, periyAzhwAr enjoyed in the mood of two gopikas who are talking about KrishNavataram and Ramavataram. One gopika is talking about the greatness of KrishNavataram, one incident, and then in the next pAsuram, another gopika will talk about Ramavataram's greatness. And then again, the first gopika will talk about KrishNavataram, second gopika will talk about Ramavataram, and so on. That is how we enjoyed the pAsurams. Now, since Ramavataram came up in previous Padigam, in the previous decade, periyAzhwAr had his mind go towards Ramavataram, and that too specifically Sita Pirati's situation. Because Sita Pirati is the Purushakara Bhuta. Purushakara Bhuta means one who helps us reach Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the ultimate upayam for us, but who makes that Bhagavan help us? Who makes us go to Bhagavan? That is Pirati, Sri Mahalakshmi Tayar. That Sri Mahalakshmi Tayar has incarnated as Sita Pirati to be with Sri Rama in the Ramavataram. Usually, whenever Bhagavan incarnates in this world, Sri Mahalakshmi also accompanies him. When he is incarnating as Rama, she is coming as Sita Pirati. When he is incarnating as Krishna, she is incarnating as Rukmini Pirati. In this manner, she is always accompanying Bhagavan in his Leelas as well. So here, as periyAzhwAr was thinking about Ramavataram, she came into the forefront. That is, Sita Pirati came into the forefront of periyAzhwAr's thoughts because of her very compassionate nature, where for Purushakara activity, that is, to make Bhagavan help us, three qualities are identified to be present in her. Only the one who has these three qualities can help someone, can recommend someone to be helped by another person. Those three qualities are Kripa, Paratantriya, and Ananyarha Sheshatvam. Ananyarhatvam. Let us say Ananyarhatvam. So Kripa means compassion. Paratantriya means total obedience. Ananyarhatvam means totally existing for someone. Pirati manifests, that is Sita Pirati, manifests these three qualities towards Sri Rama. This aspect of having these three qualities is present in Sri Mahalakshmi Tayar naturally towards Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana. First, Kripa, compassion. She has compassion towards all the Jivatmas and compassion towards Bhagavan too, because she wants Bhagavan and all the Atmas to unite and she wants to help them. She sees that both of them are suffering in separation, so she wants to help both of them. And then Paratantriyam. She has Paratantriyam towards Bhagavan. She is totally obedient towards Bhagavan. And finally, she has Ananyarhatvam. She exists totally for Bhagavan only. And these three qualities were manifested by Sita Pirati in Sri Ramayana. First, she manifests this compassion, Kripa, by going to Lanka herself. This is a very important concept to understand. Before going into this Padiham, I will explain this concept. Sita Pirati is thought to be taken away, abducted by Ravana. But Manavaram Omnigal explains this in Srivachana Bhushanam commentary. Actually, he says those who think that Ravana forcefully abducted Sita Pirati are only fools, because nobody can forcefully take Pirati away, Sita Pirati away. She is all capable. If she wants, she could have even killed Ravana, but she didn't do it. She chose to wait for Sri Rama to do it. But she has the ability. When Ravana came to take her away, she could have easily driven him out or killed him or escaped him. But she didn't choose to do that. She willfully went to Lanka because all the celestial women, all the Devatas' wives and the women of Devalokam, they were all imprisoned by Ravana. To rescue them, just as a mother will jump into the water when a child falls into water, the mother will jump into that water and she will rescue the child. Similarly, Sita Pirati, desiring to rescue all her children, because she is Jaganmata, Bhagavan is Jagatpita. Because of that, she herself went to Lanka to manifest her compassion. Any other reason that Ravana forcefully took Sita away, these are all not very sound explanation. Yeah, they are seen in Itihasas, Puranas, we see these stories. But the philosophy is that Sita Pirati voluntarily went to Lanka. In fact, we can say that she dragged Ravana to Lanka out of her compassion, because Ravana is also her child. Even though he is misbehaving with Sita Pirati, she treats him as her child only. So this is the reason why Sita Pirati went to Lanka. So this is why we see in some sampradayas they say there is Maya Sita. When Ravana abducted Sita, she sent one Maya form, that illusory form of Sita, and then during the um entering into fire, at that time the real Sita came out. Some people say like that, some sampradayas say like that, but that doesn't fit well with the real purpose. Real purpose is Sita Pirati being Jaganmata, she wants to go to rescue all the Devastris, because if she goes there, naturally Sri Rama will follow her and bring her back and destroy Lanka and release all the imprisoned celestial women. So this is the desire of Sita Pirati. So this concept is very important to understand. So that is explained by Manavada Mamnikal in the beginning of this Padigam, in the introduction section. And then he goes on to narrate how Sri Rama went searching for Sita Pirati, just like a normal human being will do, just like a normal king will do. And then he met with Sugriva Maharaja, and then he became friends with Sugriva Maharaja with the help of Hanuman. And then they planned for Sita Pirati's rescue. And at that time, rainy season started, so 4 months they had to wait. Perumal, Sri Rama, waited in the forest, caves, because he didn't want to enter into the kingdom of Kishkinda. After 4 months, he was expecting Sugriva Maharaja to come and help him, but he was enjoying in the kingdom, forgetting about his commitment. So Sri Rama sends Lakshmana and tells Sugriva that the path given to Vali is not still closed. Sugriva Maharaja will also meet the same fate if he didn't help Sri Rama. Hearing that, Sugriva Maharaja realizes his mistake, and then he arranges all the armies, monkey armies, to come and gather in Kishkinda, and then they all plan to go and search for Sita Pirati. Perumal, being very attached towards Hanuman, gives his ring to Hanuman, because he knows Hanuman is the one who is going to find Sita Pirati. So he gives the ring to Hanuman, and he also explains all the incidents relating to Sita Pirati, because when Hanuman meets Sita Pirati, he has to explain those incidents. So Perumal, Sri Rama explains all the incidents related in their private life, all the very intimate incidents, so that Sita Pirati can be convinced of the truthful nature of Hanuman. So he gives all those information, and with that he sends Hanuman towards Lanka, and Hanuman goes to Lanka. He is searching everywhere, and finally he comes to Ashokavanam. There she sees Sita Pirati, a very beautiful um, personality, very beautiful and very tender form, and she is being tormented by Ravana. And then after that, Ravana leaves. He orders his assistants, all the demons, lady demons, to torment Sita Pirati so that she accepts to his proposal. So all the Rakshasis, they are all tormenting Sita Pirati, and finally they become tired and they go to sleep. But Sita Pirati, being in sorrow and separation, she is not going to sleep. She was thinking that finally it's time for me to kill myself. I want to commit suicide because there is no hope for me. Constantly I am being tormented by these demons. So let me just kill myself. That is what she decides, and she goes to a tree, and she uses her own hair to tie a knot in the tree and tree branch, and then she tries to hang herself. That is what her plan was. But before she could do it, Hanuman starts telling the beautiful story of Sri Rama in a very sweet voice and sweet tune. He explains the story of Sri Rama. Seeing that, Sita Pirati is unable to believe it. So she is doubting Hanuman. She is asking if it is Ramana who has come in disguise or some Rakshasa who has come in disguise. So she is uh, asking again and again. But finally, she gets convinced by all the history narrated by Hanuman. And then finally, Hanuman submits the ring to um, Sita Pirati. Seeing that ring, she becomes very emotional and she imagines Rama's presence, Sri Rama's presence there just through that ring. And then she becomes convinced that Hanuman was sent by Sri Rama. And then she gives her message to Sri Rama and sends him off. This is how the incidents happen in this particular situation. And these are all beautifully narrated by Manavada Mamnigal in the introduction of this Padigam's commentary. Now we'll go to individual pAsurams as explained by Pratyavadi Bhayankaram, Annangaracharya Swami. neRindhakarunguzhal மடவாய் நின்னடியேன் விண்ணப்பம் செறிந்த மணி முடிச்சனகன் சிலை இருத்து நினைக்கொணர்ந்தது அறிந்து அரசு களை கட்ட அருந்தவத்தோன் இடை விளங்க செறிந்த சிலை கொடுதவத்தை சிதைத்தது மோர் அடையாளம். So first, Hanuman is starting with the marriage ceremony of Sita Pirati and Sri Rama, how that happened. So in every one of these pAsurams, Hanuman will say, Ninnadiyen Vinnappam. This is the humble presentation of your servitor. So this is how in our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, the paribhasha, that is the language we use, is determined. We use this language used by the Alvars. So whenever we see an elder, an acharya, we have to say, shall I humbly request or put forward this question towards you? Shall I inform humbly this message to you? That is what Adiyen Vinnappam means. Even Nammalvar says, Adiyen Seyyum Vinnappame in the first pasuram of Thiruvarutham. So this is the standard. When we talk to elders, we have to humbly fold our hands and say, shall I humbly request this message to you? Shall I humbly present this message to you? Like that. So that is what Hanuman is asking in every pasuram. Ninnadiyen Vinnappam. Ninnadiyen Vinnappam means this is the words, request of your servitor. neRindhakarunguzhal madavai. Very dense and dark hair. That is what is explained here. neRindhakarunguzhal. Madavai means one who is a very divine lady. Sita Pirati, one who is having very dark, dense hair. Ninnadiyen Vinnappam. This is the request, message given by this servitor. செறிந்த மணி முடிச்சனகன் சிலை இருத்து. The Rudra Dhanush. Rudra Dhanush is the Shiva's bow, which was decorated with beautiful decorations, and that is placed as the bet by Janaka Maharaja, who is having crown which is decorated with precious gems. So breaking that bow, Rudra Dhanush, Nene Konandadu Arindu, knowing that you were married by Sri Rama and brought home Arasu Kalai Katta Arundavathon, to take out the weeds in the Kshatriya clans. Parashurama incarnated and he was killing all the evil kings. Such Parashurama, Idai Vilanga, on the way he comes and stops the marriage party. That is Sri Rama, Sita Pirati, Janaka Maharaja, Dasharatha Maharaja, everyone were there. He stops the celebrations. Serinda Silai Kodu. At that time, he had the Vishnu Dhanus, the bow of Vishnu in his hand. Parashurama was having it. And he was saying, you broke the Shiva Dhanus which was already broken. What is the point? Unless you break this Vishnu Dhanus, unless you launch it, I will not accept that you have done a good job. And I will kill you, says Parashurama. Such Parashurama's bow, that Vishnu bow, was taken by Sri Rama. And not only that, Tavatai Sidai Tadum. Not only that, he also destroyed the tapas of Parashurama. Along with the bow, he took away the penance, the power of the penance of Parashurama. That is a beautiful Adayalam, or Adayalam. It's a good identification, a narrative given by Sri Rama about what happened during your marriage. So this is a very good identity for the truthfulness of my nature. So because I am telling this incident, you have to accept my truthfulness, says Hanuman. Not only just this incident, but also all the subsequent incidents. And there are some very public incidents, and there are some private incidents, like very very secretive incidents which were known to only Sri Rama and Sita Pirati. So those incidents were told by Hanuman, Sri Rama, and that was repeated by Hanuman here in front of Sita Pirati. So that is the first pasuram. Second pasuram, Alliyambu Malarkodai, Adipadindhen Vennapam. சொல்லிகேன் கேட்டருளாய் துணைமலர்கண் மடமானே எல்லியம்போது இனிதிருத்தல் இருந்ததோர் இடவகையில் மல்லிகை மாலை கொண்டு அங்கு ஆர்த்ததுமோர் அடையாளம். In the next pasuram, Hanuman is identifying another incident. This is the incident where when Sita Pirati and Sri Rama were in seclusion, when they were alone, Sita Pirati took a jasmine garland and tied it around Sri Rama's hands and controlled her. It's a very intimate moment between Sita Pirati and Sri Rama, and that was informed here to Hanuman, which Hanuman is repeating to Sita Pirati here. Alliyampu Malarkodai. Oh, one who is like a garland, flower garland, which is having beautiful petals, which is having beautiful flowers with beautiful petals. So such garland like Sita Pirati. Adipanindhen Vinnappam. I worship you and I place this message to you. Solligain, I will tell this to you. Tunai Malar Kan Madam Mane. Oh, one who is having eyes which resemble that of deer. Deers have very beautiful long eyes, vast eyes. So you are having such beautiful lotus-like eyes, and that lotus-like eyes also is a match to each other only. There is no real comparison for those eyes. So having such deer's eyes-like eyes. Ketarulai, you should kindly listen to my words. Elli podu, in a beautiful night time, Inidirithal irundadu. Both of you and Sri Rama, were happily remaining in seclusion. Or Idambahayil, at that place, in that place, wherever you were together, Malligai ma male kondu arthadum. You took well strung jasmine garland and you tied it around Sri Rama's hands. This is a special identity, a special incident which you will easily remember, says Hanuman. So this is a very beautiful incident. It is said that this incident is not even present in Sri Ramayanam, Valmiki Ramayanam, but this was divinely shown by Bhagavan to Sri periyAzhwAr, because periyAzhwAr was blessed with knowledge about this particular incident. he composed it in his pAsurams here, says our elders. So that is second pasuram. Alliyambu malarkodai adibanindhen vinnappam. That is the second pasuram. Now third pasuram. கலக்கியமா மனத்தனளாய் கைகேசி வரம் வேண்ட மலக்கியமா மனத்தனாய் மன்னவனும் மராதொழிய குலக்குமரா காடுரைய போய் என்று விடை கொடுப்ப இலக்குமணன் தன்னோடும் அங்கேகியதோர் அடையாளம். Again, this is the incident which happened in public. கலக்கியமா மனத்தனளாய் கைகேசி வரம் வேண்ட. கைகேசி, that is Mother Kaikeyi, Kalakiyama Manathanalai, having very bewildered mind, she became very confused by that Kuni, Mantara, who confused her. Varambenda, she then went to Dasharatha Chakravarti and she asked for the 2 boons which already were sanctioned by Dasharatha Chakravarti towards Kaikeyi. It was just waiting to happen. 2 boons were supposed to be fulfilled by Dasharatha Chakravarti whenever Kaikeyi was asking for it. Malakiyama Manathananai, hearing those 2 boons, Dasharatha Chakravarti also became bewildered. He has a beautiful heart, but still he became bewildered. Mannavanum, that Dasharatha Chakravarti too. Maradoliya. And when those boons were asked, Dasharatha Chakravarti could not refuse because he had already committed that I will give 2 boons whenever you ask them. So he did not refuse the boons. So he allowed it. After that, what happened? Kaikeyi told Sri Rama, Kulam Kumara, Kaduraya po endru vedai koduppa. Oh, Sri Rama, you are born in great tradition. Now you have to fulfill that tradition. You have to fulfill the behavior of the tradition. The Raghukula kings, they are always very staunch in their vows. If they gave a vow, they will fulfill it. So you also have to now fulfill the desire of your father and myself. So you go to the forest for 14 years, says Mother Kaikeyi, and sends him off. அங்கு இலக்குமணன் தன்னோடும் ஏகியதும் ஓர் அடையாளம். Immediately he then started towards the forest. At that time he was accompanied by Lakshmana also, because Hanuman now wants to say that Lakshmana was also present there along with Perumal and Sita Pirati. So that was identified as another identity. Next, fourth பாசுரம். வாரணிந்த முலைமுடைவாய் வைதேவி விண்ணப்பம் தேரணிந்த அயோத்தியர்கோன் பெருந்தேவி கேட்டருளாய் கூரணிந்த வேல்வலவன் குகனோடும் கங்கை தன்னில் சீரணிந்த தோழமை கொண்டதுமோர் அடையாளம். Next, here Hanuman is telling Sita Pirati about what happened in the banks of river Ganga. There Sri Rama became friends with Guha Perumal. Guha he was a hunter, and he was roaming around in the forests with a great control and also great army. He was having his own army and he was hunting and living there in the forest. Bhagavan Sri Rama wanted to accept such Guha Perumal as his brother. So he met Guha Perumal and he accepted him as his brother. So that is explained here. Varanindha Mulaimadavai, oh, one who is having bosoms which are tightly tied by cloths, garments, and one who is having youth. Madappam means youth. Adiyen Vinnappam, my humble message to you. Theraninda Ayodhiyarkon Perundevi. The Devi means queen, prime queen, main queen, who is the Pattamaishi, that is crown wife of Sri Rama. So such Sri Rama's Devi. Devi means, Perundevi means big empress. Because Sri Rama is Ekapatni Vrata, Ekadara Vrata. So here, when it is said that she is Perundevi, it doesn't mean that there are other younger wives for Rama. No, there is only one, because he is Ekadara Vrata. So, one who is the great um, queen of Sri Rama. Ketarulai, you should mercifully listen to my words here. Kuraninda Velvalavan Guhanodum. Guha is having spear in his hand. Such strong Guha Perumal with him, Gangai Tanil. Here when it says Gangai Tanil, it means on the banks of Ganga, not on Ganga. Because when it says on Ganga, it means it can only be on the banks of Ganga. Siraninda Thodamai Kondadum. So you became friends with Guha Perumal at that time. Very close friends. And you even called him your brother. So that was what was done by Sri Rama, and that is said to Sita Pirati here by Hanuman. So Sri Rama became friends with Guha Perumal and had very close association with Guha Perumal. This happened in Ganga, banks of Ganga. So that is explained in this fourth pasuram. Next, மானவரும் எண்ணோக்கி வைதேவி விண்ணப்பம் காணவரும் கல்லதர் போய் காடுரைந்த காலத்து தேனவரும் பொழிற்சாரல் சித்திரகூட திருப்ப பான்மொழியாய் பரத நம்பி பணிந்ததுமோர் அடையாளம். Next pasuram. Sri Rama, Sita Pirati and Lakshmana, they have all moved to Chitrakutam. Chitrakutam is a very beautiful scenic place which is very pleasant. So they were residing there. At that time, Bharatalvan comes there. Bharatalvan comes and he prays to Sri Rama to come back to the kingdom and take care of the kingdom. But Sri Rama refused to him. So he says, Sri Rama says, I cannot violate my father's desire. So I will fulfill the desire of father and then I will come to the kingdom and I will then rule, says Sri Rama. So that incident is reminded here by Hanuman to Sita Pirati. Manavarum Mennoki Vaidevi. One, Vaidehi. Vaidehi means the descendant of Videha Desham. One who is having beautiful eyes like that of deers. Such beautiful eyes. Oh, Sita Pirati. Palmodiyai. One who is having milk like sweet speech. Her speech is so sweet that it is like milk. Such tenderness. Vinnappam. This is my Vinnappam, my humble message. Kanamarum Kalladar Poi Kadurainda Kalathu. When you had entered into the forest and you were staying there, and there in the forest everything was rocky and there are a lot of pebbles and all that. It's harming the lotus feet of Bhagavan. That is the intent here. And that aspect is important to understand here. Thenavarum Polilcharal Chitraguda Tirupa. There, in the foothills and the slopes of the mountain, Chitrakuta mountain, there are a lot of orchards, and there many beetles are present. In such Parvatam, in such Chitrakuta mountain, while you were there, at that time, Bharatan Nambi Panindadum. Bharata came there. Bharata, who is complete in all aspects, he came there and he worshipped. So, this particular incident is highlighted by Hanuman. Again, many of these are public incidents, whatever happened in public. So, others may also know, but Sita Pirati will know the in-depth aspects of these pasuram, of these incidents. So, Hanuman is saying those incidents here. Next பாசுரம். சித்திரகூட திருப்ப சிறுகாக்கை முளை தீண்ட அத்திரமே கொண்டெறிய அனைத்துலகும் திரிந்தோடி வித்தகனே இராமாவோ நின்ன பயம் என்றழைப்ப அத்திரமே அதன் கண்ணே அறுத்ததுமோர் அடையாளம். Here another important pasuram. While they were in Chitrakutam, not only Bharadalvan came, but also the Kakasura, the son of Jayanta, son of Indra, who is Jayanta, he assumed a demoniac form in the form of a crow, and he pecked the bosoms of Mother Sita and committed great offense. But Sri Rama wanted to punish him immediately. He took a grass from the ground and then he launched the Brahmastra on that grass and sent it towards the Kakasura. And Kakasura went everywhere, but nobody was ready to support him. Finally, Kakasura's eyes were taken by Bhagavan's, Sri Rama's Brahmastra. And that act of eliminating the eye, that is shown here as an incident. Chitrakuda Tiruppa, while remaining in Chitrakuta mountain, and while we were enjoying there, Sirkakai Mulai Thienda, the young crow came and bothered you by pecking on your divine bosoms. Because of that, Sri Rama became very angry. Attirame konderiya. Immediately, he took a grass and then he launched the Brahmastram in that grass. And as he did that, that crow, desiring to escape from that, Anaithulagam Tirindodi, that crow went everywhere, going to every nook and corner, trying to escape. But because it is not able to escape, the crow came back to Sri Rama. Vittagane Rama, oh ninna bhayam endradippa. And then the crow, Kakasura, prays to Sri Rama. Vittagane Rama, oh ninna bhayam, I want your protection. Oh amazing Lord, oh Sri Rama, I want your refuge. You have to give me refuge. So the crow fell at the feet of Sri Rama, lotus feet of Sri Rama. Attirame. Immediately Sri Rama sent that astram and took out the eyes of Kakasura instead of killing him, because he didn't want to die. So he took out the eyes. Adan kanne aruttadum. Just the crow's eyes were alone eliminated. So such activity was done by Sri Rama as informed by him, says Hanuman here. Now one thing Kanchi Swami is identifying, this incident of Kakasura's story narrated to someone is coming in Sundarakandam, where Sita Pirati is narrating all of this to Hanuman. But here in this Pasuram, Alvar is saying that Hanuman is informing this incident to Sita Pirati. Now this could be because of Kalpa Bedam. In different Kalpas, in different days of Brahma, different incidents may happen in Rama Avataram, in Krishna Avataram, and so on. And other reason will be, in different Puranams it may have been mentioned in different ways. Again, basis will be in different Kalpas, it is happening in different ways. Attirame. At that time itself, Adan kanne aruttadumor adiyadam. Then Sri Rama destroyed that crow's eyes. So that is the Pasuram here. Next Pasuram, Minnotta nunnadayai meyyadiyen vennappam. பொன்னொத்த மானொன்று பூதினது விளையாட நின்னன்பின் வழி நின்று சிறைபிடித்து எம்பிரானேக பின்னே அங்கி இலக்குமணன் பிரிந்ததுமோர் அடையாளம். This is a very important incident. Because of this incident only, Sita Pirati is now in in this Ashokavanam, because she wanted the mystic deer, and Sri Rama went behind that, and then in the meantime Ravana came and took away Sita Pirati. So that is explained here. Minnothan unnidayai, one who is having waist which is very very thin, like a lightning. Meyyadiyen minnappam, you should listen to my request. I am your servitor, I am your devotee. You should listen to my situation. பொன்னொத்த மானொன்று புகுந்து இந்து விளையாட, having golden complexion, this Maricha became the deer, and the deer came to where Sita Pirati and Sri Rama were living, and he played the role of the deer, mystic deer. பொன்னொத்த மான் ஒன்று புகுந்து இனிது விளையாட, as it entered and played there, seeing that deer, Sita Pirati becomes attracted towards the deer. She wants to keep the deer as a pet. Now Lakshmana is trying to stop her, and Sri Rama from pursuing that deer. But then Sri Rama goes behind the deer. And then also, when Sri Rama's voice was heard, Lakshmana was very confident that nothing would have happened to Sri Rama, and he wanted to stay there. But Sita Pirati sent him away. So Sita Pirati sent him away here, and before that also Sri Rama forcefully went also, because Lakshmana tells, this is a mystic deer, don't go behind it. But Sri Rama did not listen to that, because that was his plan. He wanted everything to happen like that. So nin anbin vadi nindru, being bound by your desire, your expectation, silai pidithu, taking his bow, empiran ega, Sri Rama went behind that deer, saying that he will capture that deer. So he mercifully went behind that. Pinne angu, after that, Ilakkumanan perindadum, Lakshmana also separated from there after Perumal's departure from that place, from that ashramam. Lakshmana also went, and because of that only Ravana could come and take her away. So Ilakkumanan pirindadum or adayalam, that is also another incident which can be related by you, which can make you trust me, says in this pasuram. Next pasuram, மைத்தகுமா மலர்குழலாய் வைதேவி விண்ணப்பம், ஒத்தப்புகழ் வானரக்கோன் உடனிருந்து நினைத்தேட, அத்தகு சீர் அயோத்தியர்கோன் அடையாளம் இவை மொழிந்தான், இத்தகையால் அடையாளம் ஈதவன் கை மோதிரமே. Now in this pasuram, Hanuman is saying, look, I have brought the ring as well. It is because of Sri Rama I could narrate all these stories. Now I have the ring which is worn by Sri Rama. I have brought that for you. This was given by Sri Rama himself. Says Hanuman, Maitaguma Malarkudalai Vaidevi, one who is having beautiful hair which is decorated by beautiful flowers which are very dark. Vinnappam, such Hanuman's Vinnappam here. Ottapugal, with Perumal there is equal enjoyment. Vanararkon, that is Sugriva Maharaja, who is considered at par with Perumal. Perumal himself treats him like that. Vanararkon, Udanirundu, being together with Sri Rama, Ninaitheda, as I was sent in search of you based on Bhagavan's divine desire, அத்தகு சீர் அயோத்தியர்கோன் அடையாளம் இவை முடிந்தான். Perumal Sri Rama, who is have great fame and qualities, such Perumal told these identifications to me. அடையாளம் இத்தகையால். In this manner, all the identifications have come about. ஈதவன் கை மோதிரம். This is Sri Rama's divine ring, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. மைத்தகுமா மலர்குழலாய் வைதேவி விண்ணப்பம் ஒத்த புகழ் வானரக்கோன் உடனிருந்து நினைத்தேட அத்தகு சீர் அயோத்தியர்கோன் அடையாளம் இவை மொழிந்தான். இத்தகையால் அடையாளம் ஈதவன் கை மோதிரமே. நெக்ஸ்ட் பாசுரம், 9th பாசுரம். திக்கு நிறை புகழாளன் தீவேள்வி சென்றனான் நாள் மிக்க பெருஞ்சபை நடுவே வில்லிருத்தான் மோதிரங்கண்டு ஒக்குமால் அடையாளம் அனுமான் என்று உச்சிமேல் வைத்துக்கொண்டு உகந்தனதால் மலர்குழலால் சீதையுமே. Sita Pirati now confirms that ring belongs to Sri Rama. திக்கு நிறை புகழாளன் தீவேள்வி. Janaka Maharaja, who was famous everywhere, he is having great fame. Such Janaka Maharaja, he is performing yajna with fire. Cendranal, Tivelvi Cendranal. In the days of Vishwamitra, மிக்க பெரும் சபை நடுவில் வில்லிருத்தான் மோதிரம். At that time, after killing the Tataka and Subahu and eliminating Marisha, Perumal went to the assembly of Sita Pirati's Swayamvaram. There he goes. There the bet is the Rudra Dhanush which is placed there. So, மிக்க பெரும் சபை நடுவே வில்லிருத்தான் மோதிரம். Amidst the big assembly, the Rudra Dhanush, which was broken by Sri Rama, that ring which was worn by Sri Rama was given here. Kandu, seeing that, Malarkudalal Sidayum, the Sita Pirati who is having hair which is qualified to have flowers. So such Sita Pirati who is having ability to decorate her hair with flowers, Hanuman. O Hanuman. So Hanuman here is inviting him. O Hanuman. Adayalam okkumendru. Whatever identities you told, they are all matching. So all of the identities which you have explained now, they all are proper. They happened between Sri Rama and me. So saying this towards Sri Rama, Adayalam okkumendru. So Sita Pirati is saying to Hanuman that whatever identities you have told, they are all matching. Saying that Tiruvali, Uchimel Vaithukondu Ugandanal. So now Sita Pirati got that ring and she keeps that ring on her head and enjoys the emotions. She accepts the emotions from that ring. She sees Sri Rama and she hence accepts that ring as Sri Rama's gift. So, Uchimel Vaithukondu Ugandanal. So she kept that ring on top of her head and she became joyful. So that is ninth pasuram. Now finally 10th pasuram. Vararum Mulaymadavaal Vaidevi Thanaikkande Seerarum Thiralanuman Therinduraitha Adayalam Paararum Pugal Puduvai Patrabiran Padal Vallar Yerarum Vaikundathu Imayavarodu Irupare. In this final pasuram, it is said that those who are well versed in this pasurams, this padiham, they will reach Vaikuntham. Vararum Mulaymadavaal Vaidevi Thanaikkande. The Sita Pirati is narrated here. She is described here. Her physical form is described here. She is having a cloth around her bosoms. Such Sita Pirati, seeing such Sita Pirati, Seerarum Thiralanuman. Hanuman, who is having very good qualities. Therindu Uraitha. So Hanuman, who knows all the good qualities, all the qualities of Sri Rama, and then he comes with full knowledge of whatever happened between Sri Rama and Sita Pirati, and he comes and tells that. Therinduraitha, such identities which were shown by them, Adayalam, that identities, those identities, Paararum Pugal Puduvai Patraviran Padal. Arum Pugal, that is, the earth is having that is, periyAzhwAr is having great fame, which is well spread on the earth. Who is periyAzhwAr? periyAzhwAr is the leader of all the Sri Vaishnavas and father of Andal Nachiyar. So, these pAsurams, Vallar, those who can recite, those who can learn and recite well. Yerarum Vaikundathu, the Sri Vaikuntham, which is having all kinds of good things. Eliminating that. Yerarum Vaikundathu, that is, in the Sri Vaikuntham, which is having all goodness, Imayavarodu Irupar. There, along with the Nityasuris and Muktas, they will also remain there. Who? Those who are well versed in these pAsurams, says periyAzhwAr in this decade. With this, the decade comes to an end. Very beautiful decade where total dependence towards Sri Rama is shown. Alvar Thirudikale Sharanam, Emberumanar Thirudikale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudikale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudikale Sharanam, Kanchipuram, Prativadi Bhankaram, Anna swAmy Thirudikale Sharanam. We'll see in the next week.